Hey everybody, my name is Elizabeth Salazar with Get Visible Marketing, and I help online entrepreneurs get visible and grow your mailing list so that you can get clients and money faster. And today I'm here with Robin Smith, and she is going to share with us all about Instagram and how she makes like 90% of her money just from Instagram, and how we can do it too. So I'm really excited. I just want to tell you before I even let her introduce herself, because I can just tell you all wonderful things. I talked to her on Friday for like 15 minutes, and I was like, okay, well, give me a few tips so that I can put them into place. And that way, by the time we talk, I'll have a better idea of what I'm doing. And, you know, she was just like running through some basic things. So I updated my bio. What did I do? Well, some of the stuff we'll talk about, but I guess I want you to say, I guess what I want to say is that in 4 days, I have already had 27 new followers. Maybe somebody's unfollowed me since then, whatever. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but I'm excited about that. And I have had, and here's what I thought was really noteworthy, was that I've had, so I put it in place on Friday where I updated my bio, and I'm sending people to my Facebook group in my bio with the link. And I had 2 people clicking Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday I had 1 person click. And I was like, what? So, I mean, I've already seen results. So if you were thinking like, I'm just going to check this out and see if this does anything, I want you to know, like, we're going to be on the call today for about 30 minutes, and Robin has some really awesome stuff. And whether you're just getting started or you've been doing this for a while, I think she's going to be able to help you. So Robin, why don't you tell us a little bit about you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me, first of all, and hello, everybody. Really, I've been an entrepreneur for almost 7, almost 8 years now. And I've been working from home since '09, which is wonderful. It has allowed me to be home with my son. And I'm a proud Army wife. So anybody that's in the military knows when your spouse is home, you make sure everything else stops. So that's the great thing about this business, is I can put it on hold and it looks like I'm out there and everything, even if I'm busy, you know, with everything else. So that's great. Yeah. And I admit I moved over to Instagram only because I'm an introvert. I mean, like, I will tell you, you know, this whole thing, still video thing scares me. My hands are all sweaty, I'll tell you now. I don't like doing it, but I do it anyway because I have so much I want to give people, and this is just the best way to do it, you know? But it allowed me to hide behind my pictures, you know, yeah, and still get everything across. So that's why I really loved Instagram and was so drawn to it. And I was surprised about what happened. You know, it's so easy and fun and everything. And I hope you guys see that by the end of the day, that, you know, whether you've never been on or you've just been playing around or whatever, a couple little quick tips here and there, it'll work. You know, you'll really get it. So let's get started.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. First question. Okay. First of all, most important thing that people want and need to know.
Yes.
How do we even know that our ideal client is on Instagram? How do we know?
Oh, I hear this all the time. People tell me, and I mean, I'll admit, I thought it was college people taking drunken selfies. I really did. I mean, it sounds horrible to say that way, but that's really what I thought Instagram was. And believe me, it is so wrong. They actually said within the last year, it has flip-flopped, and more older people, meaning I'm saying older, but 30 and above, which includes me, are now on there. You know, that before it used to be strictly the early 20s and in teens and everything. It's just growing. So I want to let you know, there are 400 million active users. Okay. Now this is after Instagram went through and got rid of all those spammy accounts of people that, you know, buy followers and everything and buy my products, and all they would do is spam. They closed all them down. So there are 400 million active people. There are 70 million pictures shared a day. 70 million. Okay, that's a lot, you know? It gets more engagement than anything else, okay? Between the likes, the comments, everything like that. And the cool thing I like is 59% of the active users go on every day and spend 25 minutes a day.
Okay.
So if you're telling me your client or customer or ideal client is not on there, you're lying. They're on there. They're just waiting for your picture to show up in their feed. So,
okay. And one of the things that, I mean, I've only been using Instagram regularly since Friday. I had it before, but I wasn't really looking at it. And but one of the things I really liked, even over Facebook, not that I'm giving up Facebook, is that it just seemed more positive. You know, you go on there and there's constantly like, oh, a pretty picture or a great comment or a great quote. And you're like, oh, this feels good. Versus like Facebook sometimes makes me feel crappy about myself, where I'm like, really? Wow, you are really successful. Wow. You know, just whatever it is. Like, I'm like, eh. So I guess the next question is, if all these people are on here and we agree, like, yeah, they're definitely there, how do we find our target market, our target ideal client? And maybe you can tell me, I can give you some like feedback on what I was doing, but you tell me first and then I'll tell you.
Okay. There's two main ways, okay? First of all, know your competition. That's first. Look up your competition, check out who is following them, who's interacting on their pages. That makes sense because if they're interacting on your competition, they're going to be your target market. So that's way number one. Number two is hashtags. That's the big thing with Instagram. Think of hashtags as a Google search. So you want to think about what your ideal client is going to type in. So for example, say you're selling baby stuff. I used this example the other day. You're selling baby stuff. So what do? New moms. So hashtag new mom, hashtag new baby, stuff like that. You're going to start seeing people using these hashtags, and you're going to want to use these hashtags when you search. You're going to see who uses them, what pictures come up, and then you can start interacting on those pages, and then you'll find your ideal client that way.
Okay, so in summary, we're going to use hashtags that our ideal client would use, and we're going to look for the people who are interacting with people that we are in the same market with. So it's not enough to just go to a similar person. Like, so for example, I help new coaches. And so when I was going through and looking, it was kind of difficult because I'm like, well, how do I know? I don't help new coaches. I help people who are new in business. And they're sometimes new coaches. And so it was difficult to say like, well, how do I know that they're new-ish to business in their first year, their first, basically their first year. But you're saying like, look for people who are interacting, not just followers.
Exactly. Because they might have been following a year ago. Maybe they're not on Instagram anymore.
Exactly. That's true. That's true. And the other thing is when you look through people's followers, there's a lot of like weird, like there was one yesterday, they followed me and then they unfollowed me. And I'm like, okay, but their entire page was bananas. I'm not joking. Bananas, like just different pictures of bananas. And I was like, I actually kind of like this. This is kind of funny. It kind of reminded me of like cats, we're like, I'll look at pictures of cats.
Right.
So, yeah. And everybody, if you have, we appreciate you being all here. If you have questions for Robin as we're going, I have a set questions that I'm going to ask her. But if you have questions, feel free to put them in the question box. And if you put over here, you'll see like the /Q and the question will pop up over here on the left. And that's how we will know. Well, I guess it's on my left, probably your guys' is right.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's over here. But if you do that, then it will separate out from the comments section, which is on the other side. So.
Make sure you give us love, the little props.
Yes.
We love
it's nice to see.
There we go. Yay!
Cool. Okay, so we know that our target audience is on Instagram. We know how to find them now, which is awesome. Okay, so what if somebody's not really great at creating graphics? Can they still use Instagram?
They can still use Instagram. There are so many apps out there that idiot-proof it for you. And I say that because I'm going to tell you, my background's biology. I was a biologist, okay? I studied cancer. And I'm not I consider myself creative, but I'm not very creative. There are people out there that are so much better than me. So first of all, if you're taking pictures, use the filters, okay? The filters will make you look like $1 million, even if you have no makeup on or anything like that. Trust me. Just play with them back and forth. Everybody has the filters. And remember, it's social media. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's not a photo shoot that you planned for and everything like that. It's just an event that happens, That's one thing. If you're taking videos, if you're taking actual pictures, use the filters.
Okay.
Creating your own. I have 3 apps that I use pretty much regularly. The first one is WordSwag. And I will tell you, it's only for iPhone. So I'm sorry, Android people, it's not for you yet. There are other ones that are very similar. So if you Google search it, you'll find some. I can't recommend too many because like I said, I'm not an Android person. So, hi. Filters are amazing. Yes, they are amazing. That's my first one. So WordSwag.
Okay.
The other one I use for everything, and again, this is actually on both, so you're good to go, is Studio. Studio is available for both. That allows you to put words on top of pictures, to put graphics on top of pictures, to put borders, to put everything. It does everything, and it's so easy, and it's free. $0. So that's always nice.
My favorite. Yeah.
And then finally is Daily Quote, which is also available for both. The cool thing about that is when you come up, it has quotes already for you. So if you need to get an inspirational quote or a motivational quote or something like that out quickly, it's already there. Put the background in, You can upload it. I mean, I've shown it on video in like 20 seconds. It's taken me to put up something.
Wow. What was the name of that one again?
It's called Daily Quote.
Daily Quote. Okay.
Daily
Taking
Quote, yeah.
notes, naturally. Okay. So we're going to use filters for our photos. We're going to use Word Swag, which is only for iPhone. We're going to use Studio, which allows us to put words on top of pictures. And then we're going to use Daily Quote, which gives us quotes already.
Quotes. Yep. So anything, I mean, inspirational quotes are huge on Instagram. Everyone goes on there for inspiration and motivation. So I suggest daily putting something up of some sort of motivation. Okay,
perfect. That's really cool. Are there other apps that you're using that help you to be amazing and awesome at Instagram?
Yes. Another one would be Crowdfire or Unfollow. And I'll tell you this, when you're going out and following people, it's great. But you follow them, they'll probably follow you back. It kind of works that way and everything. So it's really great. But there's a max. You can only follow 7,500 people. So when you hit that, what do? Well, you have to start unfollowing people. So it makes sense to first unfollow the people that aren't following you back. There's a reason they're not following you back, you know? Maybe they're not on Instagram anymore. Maybe they got a new account or something. Maybe they don't like you, you know, whatever it is. So I always use Unfollow or Crowdfire. They both do the same thing.
Okay.
It is an app, and they'll go and they'll give you a list of all the people you are not follow or that are not following you back. And you can just go on there and you can manually click and it will unfollow. So that's one I use it almost daily because I am at my max.
Okay.
If I want to follow anybody new, I have to delete people first, you know, so.
Well, and I checked out the app you'd mentioned. I think it was the Unfollow, and it makes it really easy. So and then I see it has some extra features that you can pay for. Do you pay for those features?
No, I only use free ones actually, because I only use it to unfollow. Crowdfire you can actually do is if you go on a person, you can actually see all their followers. Huh. And you can follow them right there if you want to, right in that app. Now, like I said, it's good and bad because you're going to get people who are not active on Instagram.
Oh, I see we have a question of what type of business are you in, products or services?
I do both. I sell products and services.
Okay.
Yes.
And so maybe what they're also asking is this is effective for both. Using Instagram can sell either one.
For both, yes. And basically think of Instagram as you're marketing yourself. So I bring somebody in marketing me, branding Robin Smith, you know, and then I come in and say, you know, in this case, you know, I teach Instagram. If they want to know more about Instagram and I can just give them a quick, you know, cheat sheet kind of thing, video or something like that, I'll send them that. If they want more hands-on, then I'll come back with like the coaching aspect. Mm-hmm. Or if they come in and say, you know, I don't like Instagram, but, you know, I know you have a product on Facebook. Well, I have a product on Facebook. Here you go. So it works for everything. So you brand yourself, you bring it to you by, you know, creating you, and then figure out what they need, and then you hand them what they need.
Okay, that makes sense. We got a couple questions. One of them, it looks like someone else answered. It's Crowdfire.
Crowdfire, yes.
Yep. And then we have another, which is, are there a limit to how many people you can follow or unfollow a day?
That's weird. It just popped up on my screen.
Oh, it's because I clicked the button.
Oh, okay.
But I clicked the next one too, and
okay. So, I don't go per day. What I actually say is the max you can follow in an hour or unfollow in an hour is 60. So my suggestion, and that's so you stay under the limit. So I suggest doing about 50 per hour. And you're safe to go. If you try to do more than that, then you run the risk of them looking like you're a spammy bot, which is a big no-no, and Instagram will close your account. So 50 an hour, and I mean, some days when I'm really like, you know, hustling and everything, I'll sign on and I'll do 50 an hour, especially if I'm trying to like bring my account down so I can start following people again. I'll set a timer for every hour and I'll do it, and I'll take 50 people off, and then, you know, 60 minutes later, do it again, you know. So that way I can bring my account back down so I can start following new people, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, 50.
Well, and let's back up a little bit, because I don't want to just assume that everybody knows like what's the Instagram strategy. So let's say we've set up our account. Let's go through what's most important. I mean, I had mentioned bio, and, you know, if we're going top to bottom, that would be the first thing. So let's talk about when someone's just getting started or has been doing it for a while, what do they need to know about setting up their account and doing Instagram properly?
Okay. I have eight little keys to the bio, in my opinion. Okay. So there's 8 of them.
8 keys to your bio. Okay.
Yes. And I call it the 8, what is it? I always write it. The 8 key factors to the killer converting bio.
Perfect.
So I'm going to make your bio. Basically, think of your bio as it's your real estate. Okay. It's basically your first impression. And, like they say, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So you want to make sure it's top notch. So number one, your account should be your name. I don't care if it's your personal name or your business name. It should be your name. Avoid weird spellings if you can. Avoid, extra little hyphens and everything like that. You want to make it memorable, okay? And, if it's weird and everything, it's forgettable and you're forgettable. I hate to put it that way. I'm sorry if your mom, spelled your name weird or something, It's just the way.
Sorry about that, by the way.
I mean, I'm Robin Smith. That's the reason I'm Robin Smith 2007. There were so many of us.
You were 2007.
Too,
Okay.
So that's one thing. It should be your name. And if you have a business, not if you have like an MLM or network marketing kind of business, you obviously want to brand yourself. But say you have like a brick and mortar store or an Etsy store or something like that, you can use that name. If you have a coaching, whatever your coaching business would be, you can do that. But definitely your name should be number one.
Is it okay to change that? If we're listening to this tip, like mine is wow Elizabeth _Salazar, which I think because my 12-year-old and I, we used to say wow. Like she was, I don't know. No good reason. So should I change that to be Elizabeth Salazar, some number at the end? Like, would that be better?
Yeah, I kind of tell people I like the name first because people remember that. They kind of forget the little numbers at the end usually.
Okay.
So not to tell you, I mean, yes.
That's okay. Tell me, you get to be the expert. You're the one making money on Instagram, not me.
So, yes, just have your name. And because most of the time what people are going to do is they're going to see that and see, oh, it's Elizabeth. Okay. So when they're messaging you, they're going to know your name is Elizabeth. Now, granted, they're not going to know it's wow. They wouldn't call you that, but
I know. If they do, I'll take it. Whatever. Exactly. Hey, wow. Okay. Before we move on from that one, we have a question. What if you have more than one Instagram account?
You can call the second one whatever you want. Some people do like a personal account and a business account. So you could have your name with like, some of your business little information inside of it. So like in your case, it could be Coach Elizabeth, if you wanted that to be your business account or something, that way we knew you're a coach. Okay.
That's a good idea. And I mean, Corinne is saying, I think it's Karen. No, I know somebody, Corinne. Karen is saying, so that would be free if you have a business account. And I think what you're saying is just make sure it's clear you have a business account.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, like mine. Excuse me. Most people, up until recently, Instagram was very hard to switch accounts. So most people only had one. There was a new update recently where you are able to add other accounts in. And now you can easily go back and forth. So people are making other accounts. And in fact, I'm making one myself, just playing around with it, So I'll have another one that's the other thing. I was like, what do I call it? I can't call it Robin Smith because I already have Robin Smith. So.
That's true. So what will you call it?
I haven't really decided yet, actually. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what part of my business to remarket on there because I already have the following Robin part I need to figure out. So I don't know yet. I'll let everyone know though soon.
Well, and I know people who, like Shalene Johnson has tons and tons of Instagram accounts. And so she does them broken down specifically what she wants to talk about. But I mean, she's been doing that for a while and I think just has different people managing them all. So that makes sense. I think it would get kind of difficult once you try and have a personal and a business with the same name, but you just have to make that decision, I guess. So
right. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. So point number one is we're putting our name and we're putting something after it.
Correct. And then number two, tell them what you do. Okay. What do you do? I don't care what it is. Okay. Try not to do, unless it's a personal account, you really don't want to say, I have 4 cats and 3 dogs and this, and this. Okay. Unless, maybe your account is about cats and dogs. Yeah. But if you're in here for business, you want to tell people what you do. So what sets you apart from everybody else? So for example, if you look at mine, I'm an Instagram marketer. That's it. Quick and easy. I tell you exactly what I do. And then also I like to kind of explain what it's in, what are they going to get out of it? So what do I do? What are they going to get out of it? If you look at mine, again, it says I share Instagram tips and training. So if they look at my account, that's what they're going to expect to see, tips and training. So what do you do? And then what should they get out of it? Because remember, we're doing this for them. So, what's in it for me kind of thing. People want to know that. So tell them it.
Makes sense. Okay. What's next?
That was number 2. So number 3, your headline. Now this is something cool and not everybody does it. And I'm trying to get this across to everybody I talk to. And many of my friends will know how I feel about the headline. By default, the first line, so it'll have your name, your username. The first line by default is just your name.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you already have your name on there, for example, you have Wow Elizabeth, it's just going to say Elizabeth. So what good is that? So you can go in and you can change that. Now, you only have a couple characters, but what I suggest is give them a little phrase of what is in it for them. Again, why should you follow me? So for example, I have follow Robin for Insta Tips. So you're going to see Robin Smith 2007, follow Robin for Insta Tips. There's no question whatsoever what you're getting from me.
Yep. Plus it's bold. I didn't know that until I was looking at yours, dissecting it. I'm like, what did she do there? I can't get mine to be like that. And then I was like playing with it and I'm like, oh, it's bold. I thought that was brilliant. So
it's the first line. If you go under edit my profile, it's the very first line. And then the cool thing is, just to let you know, I should check how many characters. There's not a lot of characters, maybe like 30 or something, maybe. But what I actually did was I actually put a little up arrow right at the end, because if you look at it and it's on a page where you're not following me, that little up arrow is going to point right at the follow. So I'm drawing their eyes, follow Robin for Insta Tips, and then I'm drawing them right to the follow section. So
I thought it was beautifully done.
Thank you. What's in it for me? Yes, Robert. Yes, that's what I like. Okay. Number 4. Okay, we're good?
Yep.
Number 4, make it eye-pleasing. Okay. First of all, remember, you're on this most of the time. Okay. It's like what, 4 inches? Well, mine is. I know how the big one. 6 inches for the big one. Hard to read, kind of thing. So make it eye-pleasing, okay? You want to make it fun. It's social media, so make it fun. Don't make it stuffy. Don't make these long paragraphs that are boring. You only have 150 characters, so you got to be concise, first of all. But make it fun. And then what I really say is use emojis. Again, that makes it easier on the eyes to see these bright, pretty characters. They really stand out against the white and black, words and everything. So know your audience. Again, if you are dealing with babies or something like that, there are tons of little things with the little families and everything. If you're dealing with animals, tons of those. If you're business, I always laugh at how many different computers there are, on there and everything. So use them all. Again, you're making it interesting. You're drawing people in. This is the first view they have of you, so make it good.
Okay.
One little more thing. Again, don't make it a paragraph. Kind of make it vertical. It's easier to read, again, on the little screen.
Yep.
iPhones, I know Android, it's easy. You just hit enter and you go down the next line. It makes it really easy. The iPhone doesn't do that. Their enter stinks. So the little trick, is use Notepad. Put it in there, get it all right, copy it out, paste it over. You're good to go.
I did mine on my computer and pasted it in there because you're right. My iPhone didn't let me do it very easily. So
it took me, I used to space. Yeah, that's how I did it when I initially.
Okay, that's perfect. And everybody, I just want to say, if you aren't following Robin, you need to go over and follow her because you can look at her bio and see exactly. The other thing is you can look at how she's marketing. Today I was looking at a post where she was giving value, and then she was just throwing in hey, if you want to learn how to work with me, do it at the end. And I was screenshot because that was beautiful, and I want to do that too.
Call to action. Oh, you're jumping ahead. Oh,
sorry. Go on, next.
Should I skip ahead to that one? That was going to be last. But
no. Keep going.
No. So number 5, keywords. In our industry, we have certain keywords that people look for. Okay. Now, one thing, hashtags on your bio are not searchable. Remember I was saying earlier about searching for hashtags? They're not searchable on the bio. So if you're using hashtag something, you're actually losing a character. I would prefer to see an emoji put in there versus the hashtag.
Okay.
But we do have keywords we use in our industry, in our specific niche. So you do want to get them in there. So when they see, like I said, for example, in my case, it says Instagram. That's my keyword. So they're going to be like, oh, well, don't follow her from Facebook. She don't know about it. Right. But that's the way it is. So definitely do use the keywords in there. It will help you, draw people into you. Okay. Number 6. How many fingers do I have here? Number 6. Customize it. Yes, you're saying the same thing as you're going to have on Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and LinkedIn and all the others, but it looks different. So yes, you can have the same stuff, but don't copy and paste from one to the other. That's big no-no. Okay, specify it for Instagram, even if you got to move things around a little. Okay, number 7, call to action. That's what I was saying. The last line of your bio, in my opinion, should be your call to action. Tell them why specifically they should click your link and what they're getting. Okay, in my case, I'm talking about my Facebook community. I want people to come into my Facebook community. I tell them specifically, join my Facebook community, Yeah. Yes, little down arrows work well. I'm drawing people in to get to, come click my link and do that. So call to action. Tell them why to click. People don't click random links anymore. I mean, you probably know there's too much bad stuff on the internet, in my opinion, anymore. So you just got to kind of stay away from that. So tell people why they should click.
Okay. So, sorry, what?
That's okay. I was going to do the last one, but go ahead.
No, I didn't know there was a last one. I thought call to action was the last one. So tell me the next one.
No, right. Well, we need our link.
That's right.
That's the last one. We need the link. So my suggestion is Instagram is great for the traffic part, okay? And I'm not going to lie. I don't do everything on Instagram. I still have to bring them into somewhere else, okay? So you need to capture their information, figure out a way to follow up with people. You can do that any way you want. You can do a capture page, follow up with email. I personally use my Facebook group. And when I bring them in there, then I Facebook message them, private message them that way. I'm building the relationship that way because Instagram is real big. You're talking to everybody. You have to narrow it down and make that person feel special.
So you private message everybody who joins your Facebook group?
Yes.
Okay. I heard you say that the other day, so I started doing it too. Because I'm great at making what great people do.
It works. And that way, and it's a simple, hey, how you doing? Where are you from? And people, oh, wow, it's amazing how many people you get that say that, oh, nobody ever messaged me when I joined a group. I'm just like, yeah.
Nobody has ever messaged me when I joined a group. So I thought that was brilliant because I thought, it's just one extra touch. And why not actually connect with the people in your group? And if you aren't getting 30, even if you were getting 30 a day, beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, I break things up into groups of 10. Sometimes 15 if I got a lot of people. And if I have to do it 3 times a day and welcome in 3 people, 3 times, I'll do that because, obviously if you send too many messages, Facebook hates you, but you got to kind of break it up a little. But you do that.
Well, and the other thing you'd mentioned about that, I might be interrupting you off your flow, but you had said to do it with a bit.ly link so that you could track it. And I did that and I loved it because before, I had it going to my mailing list, but I didn't have it set up on a separate URL, so I wasn't really tracking it. But my bit.ly link is really easy to just go in and check and say, oh, how many people have clicked on this? Ooh, beautiful.
Exactly.
So
and that's
really
why telling that call to action is very important because if you see bit.ly, you're not going to know exactly where it's going to or whatever, and people are going to be scared. But if you have the call to action, you tell them, this is to my Facebook community, click below or something. They'll do that.
Yeah. Okay, I know we're running low on time. Do you have time to go a little bit longer, or do you want to wrap up the next 5 minutes?
I have time. So if do you guys want me to continue? Say yes. I have my super secret sauce. If anybody wants it.
Oh yeah, we do.
I got some yeses.
We're getting some yeses. Good. I'm not alone here. Perfect. Okay, so we have our bio. We have our 8 points, and yeah, we're gonna want that sauce. So we have our 8 points. What comes next? How many times a day are we supposed to be posting? And the other thing in the last couple of days that I've noticed is you have to actually treat this like a social media, like interact with people, engage. You can't just, because sometimes I see people comment things where they're commenting things that don't even make sense for the picture. And you're like, what? So tell us, we have our bio up. What are we doing next?
Okay, the next is engaging, okay? It is social. Bring the social back into social media. That's like my coin phrase I tell everybody, You have to go out there and do that. And I will tell you, I kind of made up, I call it my 555 Instagram engagement formula, okay? Many of you guys have heard it, I know. So what it is it's going to keep you focused, okay? Social media, I know, is very distracting. It is very distracting for me. You'll sign on, and all of a sudden you see a picture, and then you see something else, and you realize, oh wow, I wasted an hour, and I didn't get any work done. And
that happens to other people too. Good.
Exactly. And like us, we only have a couple hours exactly down the rabbit hole. I completely agree. Yes. I only have a very little bit amount of time to work my business around my son and everything and my family. So I need that precious time.
Yep.
So what I did when I started this, what you need is your phone and you need a timer, which is on your phone, remember? So what you do, you set up 5 minutes and you go on, and I call this like the warm-up stage, okay? You're warming up the fingers, you're getting the mind flowing and everything like that, and you're laser focused. And we got some, oh, never mind. Things are popping up again.
Okay.
Okay, so laser focus. So the first thing you do is you look at one of the hashtags that you have that one of your target market would use. Okay, so whatever. So say we'll use the new mom because we were talking about that earlier. So hashtag new mom. You type that in search, and you're going to get pictures. All you simply do is double tap and like each one for 5 minutes. You'll be amazed how many pictures you can like in 5 minutes. Now, do be selective. I'm going to say that because sometimes, especially with the wider version, like entrepreneur is one of the worst hashtags you can ever use because everybody uses it. I'm just going to warn you. And I, had it and I was just like without even paying attention and realized some of the pictures I liked were not appropriate.
Yeah, but you can't distinguish that in 5 minutes. So
exactly, and so just, kind of make sure you look at the pictures you are liking,
Okay.
Like I said, 5 minutes.
Okay.
Just like, that's all I'm asking. You're getting your fingers ready, you're getting your mind flow, and you're good to go. Ding, 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 5 minutes are up. Okay, next 5 minutes. Now you do it again. Set the timer for 5 minutes. Now this time you're going to get a little closer, okay? Go to your followers, okay? The people that are following you, not the ones you're following, but the people that are following you, and open them up. And then what I want you to do is just click on some random accounts, okay? I just like scroll and then put my finger down and whatever opens up, I use that. And then go and interact on their page, okay? And what I want you to do is leave 3 likes, 1 comment, okay? So like 3 of their pictures, comment on 1 of their pictures. And what that's doing is they're going to be like, oh, wow, I haven't heard from Robin in a while. Let me check and see what she's doing. Mm-hmm. They'll come back to my page. Now they'll come back to my stuff. Say I put a new link up there in my bio. Now they're going to click on that and see what's going on. They're going to interact on my thing. They're going to see, oh, wow, she's doing a blab today. Maybe I'll come, That's what they're going to do. So again, you do this for 5 minutes. Now remind, you're not going to go through and 300 pictures in this time, So don't worry about that. It does take a while, especially you want to leave a good, relevant comment. Don't just read, I like or love this or something like that. Leave something relevant, Okay, ding, 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 5 minutes are up. Okay. Last 5 minutes. You're going to search a different hashtag your ideal customer or client would use, different than the one you did initially. And these are going to probably be new people, but some of them might be people that are already following you. And what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing. You're going to like 3 of their pics and you're going to comment on 1. And what they're going to do is the same thing. They're going to come back to your page. So now you've engaged with them for 15 minutes straight. You've engaged. You've liked a whole lot of pictures. You've left a whole lot of comments on people who are following you and who are not following you. And I guarantee they'll come back and check you out. And they'll like and comment on your stuff.
So do we worry about following those people or not?
I don't really do that, actually. And then in this part, personally, I don't do that. Usually I set up myself a different time to follow, but that's just how I do it. Now, if you are going out and you see somebody you really like their stuff, just click follow, though. No harm in that.
How worried should we get about, are they my ideal client? For example, I help women in service-based businesses. I don't help people with product-based businesses. Should I be spending my 5 minutes scrolling like, okay, are they in the right industry? Or should I just go for it and go maximum efficiency, throw the blanket out? And
I would just throw it out there. When they come back to you, if you don't like what they have, don't even bother. You can end it then. You can change it then. It's
that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Don't. I think that makes it quicker because otherwise, in my 4 days I'm doing this, I was like, no. And I'm like, how does she do 50 in 5 minutes or 15 minutes? I'm like, I'm having a hard time with this.
Yeah. Okay. No. In this case, it's was it in quantity over quality? In this case, I'm just trying to get it out there. I'm trying to get my name out there and everything. And like I said, I'm only doing this. I personally, on a good day, I do it at least once every day. Sometimes I come back and do it, 2 times or whatever. The other trick I said, I'm saying 5 minutes. I do it a lot to the TV commercials. If you really want to know. So if the TV's on, it's commercial. It's usually about 4 to 5 minutes or so. So if the TV's on, I'll just do it for then, and then I'll watch the show and then next commercial. Oh, gotta do the next step, So, but it's all about being focused and not losing out and getting lost.
Okay. I think that's beautiful. So when it comes to engaging, that seems to be that element. What about when we're posting? Is there a magic number to how many times to post in a day or a week? Or do we post all at once? Do we spread them out? What's the magic here?
Okay. The magic is at least once a day. If you really want to use Instagram to build a business, it's 3 to 5 times a day. And what I suggest is go on to the website Square Loving. Now it's Lovin, not no G. SquareLoving.com. Let me type that in so everybody has that because I know that's kind of confusing.
So Square Loving.
Loving.com. Go to SquareLoving.com. They're going to ask you to sign in for Instagram. When you do that, you're going to see your followers what days and what time they're on Instagram.
Wow.
Yes. So what you do now, if you only have a couple followers, it's probably not going to show up. I'm just going to warn you. So I think you need at least 100, but don't quote me on that. The more you get, like I know I check it once a week, and now that I have so many, it really doesn't, matter too much. But I know when I was like first, like say between to get to my 1,000, some days you'd see, Wednesday was really high at like 2:00 in the afternoon, and then the next time Wednesday would be really low.
Oh, so it's not consistent.
So again, like I said, keep checking at it and everything like that, and keep seeing, and also keep a record yourself. Like that's what I like to do until I found my optimal time. So if you want to know my secret, I do a inspirational post before 7 o'clock. I usually do it in the 6 o'clock hour. For
AM or PM?
AM in the morning, because that's one thing. Instagram is usually one of the first things you check when you wake up in the morning. It's very sad to say, but 9 times out of 10, we grab our phone right away and we check social media. Yeah. It is, yeah. So you want to get on right when people are getting up. So that's then. Then I do a tip at around 10 a.m. And I don't know why 10 a.m. It just seemed like my people were on around 10. If I'm doing something else, I'm adding something else in, it's usually around lunchtime. And then I do another inspirational post at 7 o'clock at night, between 7 and 8 at night. And they're sitting down, they probably had dinner, they're watching TV, they'll check Instagram again. So that's how I break mine up throughout the day. You can use Hootsuite to schedule, if you're wondering. There are other platforms if you wanted to use it. If you want to know, I can tell you. If not, don't worry about it. There are other ones. Latergram is another one. Latergram, Gram. There's so many of them, actually. Yeah. Just pick the one you want. Hootsuite's very good just because we tend to use it for a lot of other things. Hootsuite, one word tomorrow. Yeah, Hootsuite.com. You can use that to post Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. They do everything. Yep, there we go.
And what I like about Hootsuite is that it allows you to post directly to your Facebook group. Because I tried out Buffer, and I don't know if it didn't let me put a group on. I don't know. It just didn't seem like it worked out as well. So I kind of am enjoying Hootsuite. So
that's what I use for all my stuff. Yep. Okay.
And so, I mean, you're posting, you're posting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 times a day.
3 to 4. Yep.
3 to 4 times a day. How are you incorporating getting clients? So when what would you attribute? Like 90% of your clients are coming from Instagram. This is what we all want to know. This is why we're here, other than all these like little things of what to do. How do we get our clients from Instagram? I guess, yeah. What element of this, or what specifically are you doing?
Honestly, it's showing up every day. And I say that, and I know you're probably, oh, you're right. It is. Your clients are looking for you, and they're looking for help. And if you're a caring person and you show them you want to help them, first by positioning yourself as a leader. So whatever your niche is and everything like that, position yourself as a leader. And then you want to be in front of their eyes. Again, remember I said about the name, you want to be memorable.
Okay.
And if you're forgettable, they'll forget you. So you show up every day. I'm not going to lie. I have it, I told you my times. If I miss one, I have people messaging me, are you okay? Because they're so used to seeing my tips at 10 a.m. or, around 10 a.m. I've had people message me, are you okay? We didn't get a tip today. Oh no.
That's a good tribe right there.
I'm late, yes. So, and most people know, like I said, I schedule things ahead. So even when life comes up, life gets busy, and stuff like that, I'm still visible in front of everybody. And then it's interacting. It's an engaging thing. Be genuine, be you, and engage with people. People need help. They want your help. And, if you offer it, they'll take it.
Okay, now here's the other thing I think is maybe you're really successful on Instagram because you're selling how to be successful on Instagram.
Yes.
But what about people who aren't selling how to be successful on Instagram? I would say all of us here are probably not selling that. That's why we're here. So what about us? Is it still the same? We just need to be visible. I would think there's still some element of asking people, telling them what you do, engaging them. How important would you say that is versus just being there, showing up every day?
The engaging part is very important. That's why I do, that's why I say I do what I do. That's why every single day I make sure I engage on, and if you do the math, if you do the 555, you're probably liking 300 images over that time in 15 minutes, you probably are. So you think of these, people. Now, yes, some of them are my own people that already, follow me, and some of these are new people. They're coming in to follow me. So just because, I'm doing this for Instagram, no matter what you're doing, say you sell makeup, say you sell jewelry, say you're coaching, say you're selling, I don't know. There's people on there. I'm trying to think of something else. There are people on there. And as long as you have the hashtags, and that's really what I would tell you, a couple things, if you really want the get started guide, okay, bio, then search your hashtags. There are your two important things before, content and everything like that, that's all going to come because you're just going to get better at that the more you play with it. You're going to find apps you like. You're going to find, your little niche, your little branding, everything. That's going to come over time. And you're going to wing it and you're going to change it. I've changed my branding I don't know how many times because I find something new and I like that, But you want to get your bio right. So anybody that comes in automatically will click on it. And that's really, I think, what I do is anybody that sees my bio for the most part joins. And that's the cool thing. If you're giving away something that people want of value is a good thing. Or the Facebook group is very good because it's a very low threshold. I mean, think about it. How many Facebook groups are you in? And if you don't like it, what happens? You just leave the group.
Yeah, exactly.
It's real low bar. And then I love them up afterwards, after they're already in and they know me and everything. Yeah. So it's low.
What about the actual call to action? Like we're engaging, asking people to work with you. I saw you posted on one of your posts today and I loved it. How frequently are you telling people how they can work with you?
Every tip.
Every single tip.
So
every day you're telling people how they can work with you.
Yes. Now, it doesn't say buy my stuff. It doesn't say anything, or I'm not showing a product or anything. I'm just saying work with me. I don't care how you want to work with me. If you want, a cheat sheet or something like that, or you want a full program, or you want, $1,000 coaching program, I just want to help you. And that's the way it works. And yes, I mean, I'll tell you, I always do the rule 80% value, 10% fun because we don't sit in an office, and 10% promos. So you'll look, I do sell. I mean, if you look back, but do the math. For every 100 posts, only 10 of them are promos in that, 100%, 10% value. Only 10 are. So if you're posting 3 times a day, or 5 times, let's do 5 times because the math is easy. That's 20 days. Do you understand what I'm saying? So it's 20 posts, 10 posts in 20 days are only about selling something. It's very low.
So if you're offering to work with people every day in your tip, what does your actual selling them post look like? How is that one different?
It's something different, yes. Yeah, because I'll have, for example, I'll let you know, next week, actually. Wow, it was almost March. In the beginning of March. I can't believe it's already almost March. Next week, a friend of mine has a product coming out. I have a couple images all ready to go for that product. And it's a brand new product, so I admit I'm going to hit them a couple days in a row with this promos. But I haven't done that in a long time. Okay. and at that time, you'll have a picture, for example, say there was a picture of the product or I'll show a result. Your results were great. That should go on Facebook or Instagram and everything. That should definitely go over there because you saw results from my teaching. So I would put that up there, and that's what I do. I know Tammy's on here. I saw her earlier. I did that with her recently, again, this is results. So look, what Robin teaches works,
Yep.
So. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. And Tamara had asked if you create all of your content for the day at once, like once a week, or are you doing it daily? How are you structuring your content?
I am always, I used to be really far ahead. I used to try to schedule everything 10 days, 14 days ahead, just because life gets in the way and everything. But what I do for the first hour, I'm up. I get up at 5 a.m., okay, which I know is ridiculous, but that's when I work. And I have an hour before my family gets up. And I use that time to create content every day. And I schedule it. And I do mass batches. So for example, I will do I'll make 20 Instagram pics during that hour, and boom, 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 one right after another, especially the tips, because I use the same template. All I'm doing is changing the words, so it's easy to bam, bam, bam at the time. So I don't do it daily. I use a content calendar that I've created and I just fill it in. And that way I know what days are done and what days not. Some people do it, on the fly. Oh, I think of something, I make it right then and there. I'm not that kind of person, but so
Yeah. Well, and I think the beautiful part is that if you think of something on the fly, you can always throw it in there too. So today I posted 4 times instead of my planned 3. I think that sometimes people think of planning their content ahead of time as like, oh, it takes away the creativeness, it takes away the brilliance, the spur of the moment. But you just throw it in there too, and it's just gravy. So
exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, don't be posting 20 times a day, but 5.
Oh.
Remember, one thing about Instagram is there's no Facebook algorithm, so everybody sees everything.
Really? So, okay. I mean, as long as they're scrolling through their feed, they're going to see it.
They're going to keep seeing it. So all your followers. So if you posted, 20 times. I mean, I had somebody the other day, and I quickly unfollowed her. I'll admit it. She put up 20 pictures of her product over and over and over again, one right after another. And I was like, what? And I messaged her. I was like, is it hacked? What's wrong? And she's like, oh, I'm selling a new product. And I was like, no.
Oh, that is bad. It looks like somebody's saying that they can't hear us.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Can anybody else hear us?
Try refreshing tomorrow.
Yeah. I would even say try coming in and out to see if that works, but Oh, she can. Some people can hear us. So
okay.
I know. Okay, so as we're wrapping up, the other thing, if anybody has any questions that we haven't hit yet, and you want to make sure that we get out of her before she's gone. No, she does have a Facebook group. And there's so much information in there, but we'll tell you about that at the end. But if you have more questions, definitely jump in and ask, because this is the perfect time.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, if you don't get a chance to do it now, I am in Elizabeth's group, and I will actually put the link to my own Facebook group. So feel free to join me. And if you have any questions, message me or anything. I'll be happy to answer.
Yeah. One of the things that I noticed as I was setting up my account and I was making my bio pretty is I was like, I said people should follow me for marketing. And then I'm looking through my stuff and I'm like, it kind of looks like I work on mindset because, it's all inspirational. And I'm like, I've got to, so when you were saying earlier that it's okay to shift, it's okay to do things differently. For me, that was a good thought of I need to spend some time just coming in here and posting things that are marketing related, because that's really where my specialty is. That's what I love to do. And yet, if you looked at my Instagram page, you might think she does mindset.
Right.
I mean, mindset's important, but like I said,
everybody loves Instagram, the inspiration posts and everything. They always get a lot of engagement. So everybody should be putting some sort of mindset kind of in it.
Yeah. And that's good to know that we shouldn't post everything all at once. If we have 5 posts for the day, we shouldn't do it all at once.
No.
Okay, good.
And if you have a new account, you can upload it. I tell people, make sure you have 10 pictures in a new account, go bam, bam, bam right away. So it doesn't look so bare, because sometimes you'll see, a new account and have 1 picture. And then especially if you look back and you see they haven't posted in 50 weeks, it's like, oh, this person came on and then left, didn't even bother showing up. They don't even bother coming on.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Okay. There's a few more questions. Let's see. Cash Life Mastery asks, do you see any carryover from posting Instapics to Facebook and Twitter?
Yes, I actually use if this then that, so it's the IFTT.com, and I have everything I post on Instagram automatically put to Twitter, Pinterest, and my fan page, my Facebook fan page. So that way I'm getting it all out there, and that's what I do. So it looks like I'm on Twitter, even though I'm really not. And same thing with Pinterest. I use Pinterest for family stuff and everything, and not there. So I get that out there. And it works great. I have people interacting on my fan page, on Twitter and everything. And the cool thing about this, with using this app, the If This Then That app, is 1, the recipes are already done. So it's idiot proof. All you gotta do is click the one you want. And then 2, it looks like it's a native picture. So instead of having a link to Instagram, it's actually the actual picture on there and the description I want.
I like that. I haven't gotten into If This Then That, but I've heard of it, and it sounds like a beautiful thing that I need to research. So
it's amazing. Yes, absolutely amazing. It'll save so much time.
Okay. Let's see what some other questions we have. What's a good hashtag post number to target? Isn't there a limit of how many you can have?
There is a limit, 30. Okay. No more than 30. Now, I will tell you, the science person in me, I looked up what was the optimal number. The optimal number is for overall. Now, every account is different, and I will tell you mine was different. But so keep track yourself. The optimal number overall in all of Instagram is the most interaction is on pictures with 11 hashtags.
Really? We all better write that down. 11 hashtags.
I use like 30 on mine because I figured I might as well max out and get all of them. But the trick about hashtags, I'll give you a little secret. You want to also include hashtags that are branded to you. So for example, my blog is Market Your Business Blog. So I use hashtag Market Your Business Blog on almost all my tip posts. That way, if, for example, they want to go in and see everything I did, all they have to do is search for that one hashtag and they're going to see all of me. So
that's a great idea.
Yeah, so that's definitely one you want to do. You also want a couple that are really broad. Remember I said about, entrepreneur, don't use it.
Yeah.
Yes, you can use it, but it's really, really broad. And then you want it more specific. So you want to use a couple broad, couple in the middle, couple specific,
Okay.
So that's a little trick.
I like that. That's a really good trick. Let's see. Somebody else said, what do you think about Instagram domination? I don't know what that is.
I've never heard of that.
Okay. So
is that a course, or?
1L Fry, if you want to clarify that, we don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
So we love it. No, we don't. No, sorry.
I didn't take that course. I took a lot of courses on Instagram. That was not one, if that's a course.
Okay. And then let's see. There's no auto posting for Instagram, just scheduling. Oh, it's a course by Founder Magazine.
Oh, I've never heard of it. I'll have to look that one up. Well, okay. I'm going to tell you now. I'm not advocating. Well, yes, I guess I am. I do schedule my posts, and I'm going to tell you, technically it's against the rules with Instagram. So
really,
at your own risk, okay?
So even though Hootsuite supports it, it's against the rules. Yes,
but what they do, they set everything up, but you still have to manually go into Instagram and press post.
Okay.
There are auto posters, and one of them is called OnlyPult. Another one is called gram.co. You pay for them. And like I said, technically it's against the rules. So at your own risk. I've used them for over a year and never had a problem. But then again, I don't post 20 times a day like some spammy people do, I'm using it correctly, but it is at your risk. And now that I have more people, I probably should stop doing that, because if I lost my account, I'd be really upset.
Yeah.
But okay. It does keep me on.
Yeah. And I forgot about that element of it, because I guess I've heard people say that, where you can schedule it, but you have to physically go in and press the button. So you've only just kind of taken away the upfront work of thinking about it. You've planned it, but then you still have to be manual.
Exactly. So if you're busy or something like that, you're going to get a message on your phone, but yet you still have to manually go in and do it. So like, for example, I went away for a week. I had all my posts scheduled. I had people didn't even know I was away because it looked like I was on every day.
Perfect. Okay.
The Disney World pictures that appeared too.
Let's see. There's a question by Bruno. To be clear, is Instagram purely a lead generator and you convert leads to cash elsewhere?
Yes.
It's a good question. Okay.
Yep, that's what I do. It's strictly my traffic.
So you're pushing them to Facebook, though?
I push them to my Facebook group right now. A couple months ago, I pushed them into my email address list, and I would follow up by email. I just noticed that the group was better. So, and that's what we were working on. So that's what I started using. And I'm seeing an explosion even more now.
Yeah, I love that. Okay. And then Debbie said there are some apps for major growth, likes and followers. Do you ever use those?
Not really. I kind of more or less like go out and do it myself. As I said, Crowdfire will do it for followers and everything. But I kind of like a little more control than what some people will. There's also, again, there's spammy bots that'll do the same thing. You can set it up and everything. People love them and use them and everything. I personally don't, only because, again, I like that little bit of control, because you will end up liking certain things that are not appropriate. So I don't want to be affiliated with that, So,
I know.
Yeah. If you're pressed for time, you can look into it. But I would rather do 15 minutes of good, active, targeted followers than risk, all day of, just junk out there. So.
Okay. That's a great point. Well, Robin, I appreciate you coming on here and spending an hour with us, even though we planned for 30 minutes.
I'm so
but
sorry.
It's just so good. I know. So I want you to tell everybody how you can connect with them. And everybody, we're going to have the replay. I've typed up some notes. We'll put some of those as well, and a link to where you can connect to Robin. But Robin, tell us how people can connect with you and anything else that they need to know.
Anything you need to know. Well, follow me here. Let me put my information in.
Oh yeah, you should probably follow her on Instagram.
I was going to say, follow me on Instagram. Well, this is what I'm doing first. Here is my group. Okay, come and join my group. I will love you in there. Can you see it? Well, there we go. And then on Instagram, I am I'm actually the same as on Twitter. I am Robin Smith 2007. So come and check me out on both, or you can go up. You can't see my screen. Go follow me here. On my little picture that says Robin Smith, you can follow me there, and you will get information. I am, like I said, all my tips come out daily, and trainings. That's what I do. So awesome. I love what I do. I love being able to help people. Like I said, I've been in this industry. I've built businesses that are making me money that now I'm able to, give back and everything. So that's really what I'm happy about, spending all this time with everybody.
Yeah, and you do a great job of it. I mean, some people are really secretive, and, that was one of the things I was really impressed at being inside your group, is that you just give away like, hey, here's exactly what you need to do. Here's exactly the other thing you need to do. And that's kind of a refreshing breath when you go to other groups and it's just a constant like, no, pay me for everything. Oh. And here you are like, here you go, have it all. So
I actually, speaking of that, I had a lady kick me out of her group because I was sharing a few too many tips, and she was charging for them. And some of my friends know I'm still very hurt by this because I wasn't doing anything wrong, wasn't talking about my business or anything, just strictly giving value. And yep. You like me.
Well,
you guys are so welcome. Thank you so much. Oh, good comments.
Yes, we thank you guys. So thank you so much, Robin, and everybody else. If you have more questions, there's an event. You can follow us in either her group or my group, wherever you came from. But we're signing off here, and thank you guys again.
Bye.
See ya.